Hey everyone, Corey here, and last week I made a background for Twisted Metal. You guys seemed to like it, so I decided I would make another one for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 map called Overwatch that will be coming out February 21st for Elite members. And I decided, hey, I'm going to make an awesome background for you guys that are excited for it. So let's get started. This is probably about the 15th time I've tried making this background. 10 of the times my mic wasn't recording and I'm dumb. So we're going to take the pictures that we got. Again, this is a template that I used in the last video. If you don't know how to make it, check that out. This is the template you should go buy because it's amazing, like me. So we're going to go File, Place, and we're going to place picture number 1, and let's hide this so you guys can see the picture. Look at that! That is amazing! There's a guy over here with a rocket. There's a guy over here thinking he's awesome. There's a guy right here blowing up. There's another guy over here blowing up. There's another guy over here shooting. There's a guy over here shooting. There's a gun here. There's a bed here. There's a guy down here shooting. And there's a guy with a rocket right here, and that looks amazing. So this is the new map. It's kind of like High Rise, and it looks awesome. So next picture is this one. Now, for some reason, this picture comes in small. It does it every time, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna drag it up. But you should never do that with pictures. If the picture is small, if the picture goes in the size that it is, never ever stretch it because it'll look terrible. But this one came, it's a big picture, it just comes in small. And then the last picture, well, actually we got this guy emailing his mommy, and I've said this joke 3 times and now it's not funny anymore. So I'm just gonna go on. So we're gonna File, Place, and we're gonna place the last one. Look at that. Now we're not gonna use this picture, but I want you guys to see it. Look at that. That is amazing. I am gonna try to jump out of this window or this window and try to get a no scope on a guy over here. As you can see, there's a dead body over here already. So that looks awesome. And this is kind of like High Rise where you can run across the things. Looks like you can jump on here, run across, boop, and then jump in through the window. So obviously you can jump out of the window, cross the map, no scope. Yeah, motherfucker. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But we're going to delete that picture and we're going to get started. So this part of the picture, what I'm going to use is this part right here. I like this guy shooting at, kind of like the background because this is going to be up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it with the arrow keys. We're going to make sure it's in place. It is. We're going to just move it over with the arrow keys until we find the perfect spot. We want to get the entire gun in, maybe cut off some of his backpack. That's fine. But we're going to get the gun in, and that looks pretty good. So now we're going to hide this one. Now this, I like this rocket guy, but it's on the same sides. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure the picture is actually make sure you're always on the right picture, and make sure you don't move that one. Okay, there we go. So we're going to click this one, hit Control T, we're going to right click it and go flip horizontal. Oh, now he's on the right, and it looks like he's supposed to be there. Now for those of you that played this map, you know that that's not how the map looks, but I don't give a shit. You won't know until you play the game, and by that time you might have a new background. So we're going to just move it over until we can get the rocket guy in with all of his rocket awesomeness. There we go. Look at that. That looks amazing. Yes. Okay, just make sure it's in line up top, stuff like that. There we go. Let's hide the fade. Hit Control T. Just make sure it's aligned with the background, because when you place stuff in, when you go up to File, Place, it doesn't fill it. It makes it off a little bit. So you're gonna have to make sure you fix it. So there we got the background. So what we're gonna do is this is what the background looks like. Now we want this from here, from this area, over this way. Okay, we want all of this on the right side, and we want all of this on the left side. However, we want it to kind of blend in the middle. So what we're going to do, like I showed you in my last tutorial, we're going to come over here, hold in the paint bucket, and go to the gradient tool. Click this if you're wondering why you haven't gotten the black to transparent, but it's right here. It's the second one. And then we're going to come down here and click the square with the circle, the inside of the square, and we're going to, it's going to make a new layer mask. And we're just going to hold down Shift. Now we don't need anything over here, but we kind of do want it to blend in. So what we're going to do is we're going to just hold down Shift, pull it in a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's good. That's all you need to do, because we still want to make sure that everything up here is here, so it will blend into the other picture nicely. Because this will be here, so you won't see any of this. So it doesn't matter what's here. This is going to be covered by black, but this is here. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that this is still nice, because if you were to just delete it all, it would show, and it would be stupid. So next one is this picture. Now we don't want this guy over here talking to his mommy on email saying, "Mommy, I love you." So what we're going to do is we're going to just cut off over here and pull the whole way over here, because we don't, make sure you're on the right picture. So we're going to make another layer mask. There we go. I'm sorry, but we're going to do that. And as you can see, the picture is not going to be here. This is where we started, so anything from where on the right side of where we start to where we blend is going to be gone, and that's what we want. We want it gone, because when this is here, you're not going to see this blending together, but the top looks good. The top looks good, and that's all we're really worried about, is the top. So we want to make sure there's nothing on this side, and we want to make sure there's nothing on this side. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make our background black, and the reason why we're going to do this is you always want a black background when making stuff transparent. Me, I like the darker look. I like making it darker so it pops. Like the colors will pop more if it's darker, and it'll make stuff that's white not stand out as much as it normally would. So what we're going to do is we're going to do my secret. And, you know, I've never really actually showed people this secret. I think I've showed like maybe one person, I don't know. But it is a cool secret. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new tab right here, down here, and we're going to fill it in with black. Okay? Now we're going to hit Control and then J. That's going to duplicate it. I don't know why J is duplicate, but it is. And then we're going to hit Control T, which is going to select it. We're going to come up here and change the width from 100% to 90%. We're then going to change the height from 100% to 90%. And then we're going to double tap Enter, and that's going to, you know, make it. Now we're going to hold down Control, and then we're going to click the picture, and now we have like a, you know, it's like a selected picture frame. Okay? We're going to click the other one that we copied, and we're going to hit the delete key. Yes, so now here's my secret. We have like a border around our background, and you're probably thinking that is a dumb secret. No, it's not, because now we have to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, make sure its radius is 250, and there's my secret. Look at that. That looks amazing. It gives it like a darker texture to it around the outside. It's kind of like a darker picture frame, making the inside brighter. But since the inside is black, it doesn't matter, but it makes it looks amazing. And to show you guys this on white, oh, it just looks awesome. Let's fill this in with white real quick. Look at that. That's sweet. You know that's sweet. So that's what it does. And then with pictures, it makes it look awesome. So there we have our picture. Now all we have to do is just tweak the opacity with our pictures, just make it a little bit darker. So we're going to change this one from 100 to 50. Look at that. Yeah. Now you can change your opacity. Maybe you have a different preference than me, but you can change it up, make it brighter. But me personally, I like the darkness, and it makes it pop, doesn't it? To me, it makes it look like it pops. And you can see the orange, you can see the darkness in the orange as well, because the rest of the picture is kind of dark, but it's still, at least that's how I see it. Maybe I'm dumb. And then we'll change the other one from 100 to 50 and just make it a little darker so it's not like the left is brighter than the right and stuff like that. And then just make sure you turn on the fade, and there we go. Now, since we do have the fade on, the fade will fade to black. You can make the fade to anything you possibly want, any color. Maybe you want it pink. However, pink looks stupid, so don't make it pink. But for this picture, I would say, for other pictures, you could go pink. Maybe you're making a pink background. Maybe you're a girl. I don't know. Hopefully you're a girl putting pink on your background. No, I'm just kidding. Pink is a cool color. I like pink. Now I'm going to get hate. But of course, gay. He likes pink. Gay. No, I'm not gay. I'll show you I'm not gay. No, that makes me sound gay. But there's the picture. It looks amazing. The stuff pops. We got a guy shooting over here at what? You won't know. There's a guy over here about to shoot a rocket at what? You don't know. Maybe there's a big zombie behind you. You don't know. This guy's shooting too, and it just looks amazing. So hopefully guys like this background. And guess what? There's a link in the description to download it. Yeah, just for you guys. Yeah, because that's how awesome I am. Yeah. And I'm going to say yeah one more time. Ready? Alright, so there's also a link in the description that will say tweet this, or click to tweet. Please do that for me. Tweet it out. Let people know about the new map. Maybe they don't know, and maybe they want a background. Maybe one of your Twitter followers wants a background like this. So hopefully you guys will do that for me, and guess what? Yeah. see, you thought I forgot about it. No. I'm going to go, guys. I'm tired of doing this commentary. It better saved, because I've done it like 15 times. So we're going to end it here and enjoy the new background. Let me know what you think about the new map that will be coming out. I will be bringing you guys some gameplay of it when it does, but it's kind of a ways away. Yeah. So I'm gonna go now.